The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Now, a mom was banned from the dropping off kids area from her Christian prep school that she takes her kids to because of a decal she had across the back window of her car. And when I first saw this, I thought a lot of things came to mind. Maybe it's a get her done sticker, and they don't like that. I don't know. I can't think of something that horrific that would say, hey, you can't bring your kids by here, the drop-off area
What
anymore.
if it was just the placement? What if they just felt like it was a tramp stamp on the car? It's on on your lower windshield there. I know what you're going for.
Get a barbed wire decal?
It's like a dolphin.
Yeah. So what did people do for a while? There was the, is it little birds I was thinking of as a tramp stamp? There was a little kind of bird.
You're kind of the resident tramp stamp expert here. I would trust your opinion on that.
Yeah, there was a lot
Sometimes it's just swirl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen the swirl.
I wish the tramp stamp would come back in 2024.
Honestly, I think it's a very cute placement
Me too.
for like. But it is like everyone's like.
Brian, you said
tramp
it so
stamp.
enthusiastic.
I know. Brian, if your wife had one, if Megan had one, would you like find that attractive or
Yep,
no?
absolutely. Megan, you have my permission this morning to go to tramp stamp before I get home today.
What would you want her to get a tramp stamp of?
Probably the Van Halen logo.
You want another guy's name? You're an idiot. He's like, hopefully just Dave Grohl. I just wanted to say Dave Grohl.
All right, I see you were ready for that question.
Oh, yeah. She has my permission. Listen,
Got it?
there's a lot of women out there that got tramp stamps 20 years ago, and then some people say, like, it's dated or a bad reference, or whatever. But no, rock them proud. Bring back the hip hugger jeans so you can show them off, girls. That's all I'm saying.
I've considered getting one of those tattoos. We just learned about these the other day, and they're like, I'm going to say it so wrong, and I'm going to get a million texts, which I don't want. But anyways, they're called like ethereal or something, and they last like 1 to 3 years. And I'm like, well, I'm into that. Like, that's cute. And then I don't have to have it anymore,
It's funny that it lasts that long and then goes away.
Well, it's kind of, to me, it reminds me of microblading. So microblading is when girls get their eyebrows done.
Okay.
And it's a semi-permanent tattoo, and it lasts. It varies on your skin. Like, some skin holds pigment different. So, it's because the blade, it does break the actual skin. So the blade breaks the skin or the needle or whatever they're using, but it doesn't break every layer of the skin. So that's what makes it semi-permanent. Like, a tattoo penetrates all of the layers.
Yeah.
And this would penetrate like 1 or 2, so it doesn't last as long.
I'd be down for that. I'm not a tattoo.
Right?
I don't have any tattoos, but if I knew it would go away at one point, I'd be down for that. All
I
right.
know.
Okay.
It would be just my luck that, like, they'd be like, oh, sorry, we pushed too hard. And I'm like, oh, my God.
And now I got this Van Halen logo on your forehead.
I'm like, oh, I thought this would be cool for like a year.
So what this woman did, the decal in the back of her car that got her to be banned from the drop-off area of the Christian school was she had an advertisement decal across her entire back window for her OnlyFans account. Okay.
I'm not even mad.
That might do it. That might do it. I mean, I guess here's her talking about what happened when she got told that she can't drive in the area to drop off her kids anymore.
Well, it's definitely linked to, explicit content, adult content for sure. My husband and I have this, little wild, behind closed doors lifestyle that we've now decided to share. I was forced to have to, take it off or not come on campus.
Not come on campus. They're from Florida. They're from around Orlando. And I was hoping she was going to say, we really talk about the problems in the Middle East and the war we're about to, another war, get into.
What, Brian? What's going on with the war? He didn't even know what to say. And the stuff going on.
The drones and things like that our OnlyFans account is very educational. Nope, she said
You
no.
thought her OnlyFans account was going to talk about the Middle East?
I just thought it might be something that's not what she said it was. Like, what'd she say again?
Well, it's definitely linked to, explicit content, adult content for sure.
Okay, thank you. Got it now. So,
Thank you.
Okay, got it. So I guess it seems like that would be embarrassing, and all of a
Do
sudden,
they get a QR code, like, we're people scanning it, and like they're like right away?
it did not have a QR code. But it is a big ass logo.
It looks really professional. Like, there was time and money spent putting on this decal.
It covers the whole entire back of an SUV. Back window, and it's got almost like a Philadelphia Flyers logo in light blue there with it, and it says, OnlyFans.com/
Her name is Piper Fawn.
I'm not trying to give her any more plugs, but yeah, Piper Fawn.
She's a local businesswoman, or a small businesswoman, rather.
Well, Florida businesswoman.
Yeah.
What does that mean? A Florida businesswoman?
Well, Kate said local. She's
I
not
didn't even
from
say
here.
local. I meant to say small. She's a small business
Small
owner.
business. She is a small business.
Yeah. And I'm not against OnlyFans at all. You do what you got to do. Make some money. It's fine. I'm thinking about starting a foot account.
You know what I thought it was going to be? Because you said it was on the back end of the car.
Oh, no.
I thought it was going to be the quote from 40-Year-Old Virgin, like, hope you got a big trunk because I'm putting my bike in it. That's what I imagined.
Nope, it's just her promoting her business, and she's a mom dropping her kids off. And that's got to be embarrassing for the kids to see. Kids have no control over it. And you just take the damn logo, make it a magnetic thing or something, take it off. First off, you shouldn't have the kids in the car anyway, probably with your OnlyFans logo on the back. Call me old-fashioned. Sorry.
Sorry,
Jeez, get off your dinosaur, Brian.
I mean, come on. The parents at Liberty Christian Prep did not want their other kids seeing that advertisement for that kind of content. And one of the women said, it's a distraction for my children. And no matter how poorly or how good I am as a parent, porn is there. And that's the kind of first thing they're seeing when they go to dropped off for school. The most probably pure part of it. I mean, Kenzie, you have a kid you're dropping off at school. Mine, we drop off at daycare. Megan does. If I saw some woman pulling up with an OnlyFans logo at the daycare, I think I'd be
okay, the truth be told, is it just like a link or is it like a picture of her?
It's not a pornographic picture. It just gives like the link.
Okay, whatever. Like, what are my kids gonna memorize the link and type it in? Like, I don't know.
Kids are ninjas.
I'd be like,
kids can do that stuff. And even if they're, I don't know how old it says here. It's a prep school, so I don't know if it's grade school level. Either way.
Yeah, they're grade school level kids.
Okay, they know how to use the iPhone and Google. And OnlyFans. I don't know.
I don't think grade school, what, they're not using OnlyFans?
Right. But they see it, and
I don't know. I've made this point before, Kenzie, that there used to be levels of explicit content that you could ramp up to. You'd get your first SI swimsuit, and then you get a Maxim, and then you get an FHM, and then you would finally move on to just like full-blown uncensored stuff. I don't think there's that barrier there now, and as wrong as it is, by no means am I endorsing it, but a 10-year-old very much has access to that.
Yeah. And like you said, they're going to get it somehow another way, but I don't need it in the drop-off area of my kid's school. I don't need it there.
I'm not saying it's great. I'm just saying. I'm not like, damn it, everyone needs one. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like my son's doesn't pay attention to anything. Like, he's like every single thing gets by him. So I feel like he would never notice that, like a link or anything.
But Kenzie, let me ask you this, because you're obviously somebody that's very public in a lot of the things that go on in your life. Do you ever worry that things that you post on social media are going to come back in a negative way on your kids? Because that's what I'm worried about here is she can do whatever she wants. It's her body. But I am worried about her kids being subjected to some of this.
I mean, yeah, I think if you're doing porn, you're going to have a conversation later with your kids. I didn't do porn, so I'm not really worried about, I'm not worried about my kids stumbling across me hosting New Year's Eve. I'm not concerned about it.
Just a cool thing you got to do. You're not really worried about that?
I'm like, what are you going to get, harassed because I do marquee? What do you mean? Okay, it'll be fine.
Jessica checked in from 847, made a good point. She said, I bet the husbands were the problem.
Amen. Because that's what... these men, you can't let them go anywhere. You can't even let them pick up the kids from school.
Speak about these men, Kenzie.
Oh, they're just a pain in the ass. It's unbelievable. Because they would find a way. That happened in our neighborhood. Somebody's cousin moved into their house, and I guess she had an OnlyFans, but it wasn't an explicit one. I don't know. There was rumors about it.
They're talking about the Middle East and the problems there.
Yeah, right. But every guy in the neighborhood was like, there's a girl here with an OnlyFans. I'm like, there's a million girls on OnlyFans. Why does that make a difference? If you were going to sign up for it, just sign up for it then. If that's who you want to be. They can't control themselves. It's crazy.
Yeah, but they were in the neighborhood. It was a neighborhood. I could see her take the garbage out.
Guess who's still not going to sleep with you even though she's closer.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. We were just talking about the mom in Florida who has an OnlyFans logo, an ad for her account when she drops off her kids. So she got banned from the school in the drop-off area. I guess she has to drop the kids off like a mile away now. I guess that's safe. It sounds pretty good to drop the kids off. They don't want her because she won't take the logo off her car. And then they said, well, if you don't, you can't drop your kids
painted
off.
on, I mean, your hands are tied.
I don't think it was a spray paint. It looks like a decal. Looks like something that could come off. But we asked you about times maybe when your parents embarrassed you in front of everybody. Madeline checked in. My mom used to spank me with the belt in front of my classmates. Like bare butt, pulled down the thing.
Why would she wait till she got to school to get in trouble?
Maybe just make a point.
Yeah.
Also, texted in that my dad got escorted out of a haunted house for touching the actors. She said she was 9 when he did that. Yikes.
I had my cousin who's younger than me, so he was like 6. And we were going through a haunted house or 7 or something like that.
Yeah.
And a werewolf had a bone that he would throw at a jail gate.
Yeah.
And the bone was too small, and I went through the gate and it hit him in the face. And then he just started screaming, and the werewolf comes running out in full costume, like, I'm so sorry, are you okay? Which then terrified him because he was trying to hug him.
Oh,
but I
God.
got I was at the age where I was mad at my cousin because I was 8, and I'm like, he said to ruin the whole haunted house. He couldn't suck it up. He had to start screaming.
Brittany's checking in from Beecher. Ahoy, Brittany.
Hello.
Hello. So how did your parents embarrass you in front of everybody?
So growing up, I went to a Christian school my whole life, and my mom was kind of rebellious and would pull up at the school with the convertible top down, blaring Nelly, 50 Cent, Eminem, wave hi to me and my brother, and say some, swear words at the end of that and tell us
Is it
have a great day.
Is it a radio arable swear word? Which word? F word, C word, B word?
No, she'd say, bye, bitches.
Oh, I say that all the time on here.
That's right, Kenzie, that's her word.
I mean, pulling up at a Christian school, it was pretty embarrassing. So,
bye, bitches.
all the time. All the time.
That's funny, though.
Sounds pretty fun.
So I went to a Christian school for a year, and then my parents were like, we can't afford this. So I don't know why you put me in it in the first place, but their parking sign said, thou shalt not park here. When you were in the wrong spot, and I always thought it was so
it's
funny.
Overrated.
All right, well, thanks a lot.
Thank you so much.
Have a great weekend, Brittany. And we have baby daddy Dave checking in from Aurora. He's got 9 kids, Kenzie. You're about to deliver 1. He's got 9.
Oh, he delivered none of them.
You didn't deliver any of them, right? Big baby daddy Dave?
No.
I did not, sir. Thank you. Dave,
All right.
tell us something when your parents embarrassed you in front of everybody.
This was my dad. They had breakfast at school, and if you got there at a certain time, you get into school and you eat breakfast, but it was really cold outside. It was the dead of winter. I got into the school to eat breakfast. My older brother didn't. So my older brother went back to the house and told my dad, and my dad went up to the school and beat up the assistant vice principal.
Oh, my God.
I mean, I shouldn't be laughing at violence. Violence is never the answer.
Oh, no, it really wasn't. But just imagine Wolverine and Cyclops. My dad was Wolverine, and the assistant principal was Cyclops. So you imagine how high, how tall, and how short my dad was.
Oh, I got the visual. I got it.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. And what happened? What happened after that? Did your brother get any food then, or no?
Oh, no. Anytime it was cold outside, come on in, Kim Bros.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
All right, in 60 seconds, we'll let you know the GTFO for Monday at 7 a.m., the band, the location. It is monstrous, and you're going to like it. So stay here for about 60 seconds. Brian and Kenzie on Q101. We're talking about the mom who got banned from dropping her kids off at the Christian school because she had her OnlyFans ad as a big decal in the back window of her SUV. She won't take it off. She describes what's on her OnlyFans.
Well, it's definitely linked to, explicit content, adult content for sure. My husband and I have this, little wild, behind closed doors lifestyle that we've now decided to share. I was forced to have to, take it off or not come on campus.
Yeah, I think it's all fair. I think it's all about right. Nothing wrong
She's
there.
if you ain't got haters, you ain't popping.
My dad used to say that.
I know. It's his quote.
I'm talking to people that have had their parents embarrass them somehow. Jackie's checking in from Waukegan. Jackie, ahoy.
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
Doing good. So what's your story, Jackie?
Okay, so when I was literally from elementary school all the way, till this day, my mom would always introduce herself as Big Mama to anybody and everybody. So whenever I would be like, oh, hey, this is my mom. And not only would she introduce herself as Big Mama, while she's saying this, she's dancing and going like, ooh, ooh. So,
Oh my God.
Big Mama's in the house, ooh, ooh. And she would start twerking and doing the most. And I'm just like, girl, what is you doing? Another story, it's not my mom, it's my uncle, but this one is literally oh my goodness. So it was my baby's birthday. Mind you, he's only turned 3 years old. So I have guests there, people that he doesn't know, my uncle, but he's coming down the hill. And, we were hyping everybody up that was coming down oh, he's here, this person's here, whatever. And he does literally the unthinkable. I don't even think my uncle had this in him. He flashes us his butt crack. So,
Oh my.
I had all these guests that have never met him before. Their first time that I ever invite them to anything, and they get mooned by my uncle. So
yeah, how much butt crack? The whole butt crack?
it was a fair share. And then not only that, he's a bald one too, so it was shining from both ends.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So
Oh, that's
Yeah.
great. Well, it made you the person you are today.
yeah, literally.
All right, Jackie, thank you. Have a stellar weekend. So we're going to play Green Day here. And so what's going on with Green Day is they are the GTFO Monday morning at 7 a.m. That will be your chance to go see Green Day in San Francisco, their hometown. So it's 7 a.m. with Brian and Kenzie here to Monday morning. And a lot going on. Still chances all throughout the day. 11 a.m. your next chance with Lauren for GTFO to Foo Fighters in San Diego. That will finish up today. And then Green Day all next week, but starting at 7 a.m. with Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.